Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's been a while since I've actually uploaded or updated you guys on anything, really. Not working on the Mustang today or the Miata. I have a 89 Mitsubishi Mighty Max that we're actually going to be fixing some rust on. This is what we're going to be tackling. The bed was exactly like this on the other side as well, but I already went ahead and mainly fixed this side. As you can see, I still need to sand down these spots, but I have everything I need in here. We're gonna, I almost hit myself with the door, but I got everything I need in here. We're gonna be fiberglassing over it first, and then putting on the Bondo, which I don't have right now, but we're gonna get that. So yeah, first I definitely need to clean that side. So let me find a bucket and let's get some water. All right, I found myself a bucket, so let's go ahead and get some water in here. Our handy dandy spout that I have hooked up right here. Just gonna get a little bit in there, and then I'll start actually cleaning the driver's side, and then we can sand it down and get the fiberglass laid. Okay, so after you go ahead and get that cleaned, honestly this wasn't doing very well. I found out that the sanding sponge took it off way easier, and I needed to sand it anyway. So just go ahead and sand the area that you're actually gonna lay the fiberglass on. Just scuff it up, you know, something light. And then you want to go ahead and get your fiberglass, but mine's in there right now, so let me get it out, and then I'm going to measure the size that I need and cut out about 2 patches that go all the way across. Hopefully I have enough. I should. And then we will actually put the hardener in the resin, and then we'll start laying the fiberglass on. Okay, now that I got my 2 pieces cut out, I'm ready to actually start laying it onto the side of the truck. But I need to actually put the hardener inside of the resin and pick out which brush I want to use. I'm probably going to use the bigger one because it's just going to go by faster. And I would highly, highly recommend using gloves, because this stuff is sticky and it's a pain in the ass to actually get off your hands. I do have a lot more left over of the actual fiberglass, but the reason I'm only using 2 is because when I did the other side, I actually ran out of the other pack of the resin, and I only got 2 layers on the other side anyway, so I want to keep it at least to the same strength. So what you want to do is open up your pack, put your hardener in it. I used about, I don't know, not much when I first did it. I just used a little bit, honestly. The more you use, faster it's gonna harden. And once you do that, you want to hold it up on the one corner with one hand. Have it ready on your paintbrush or whatever you're using. Doesn't really matter. Well, it probably does matter. Paintbrush is probably best. Stick it in there. I just keep it in the pack. You can probably mix it in something, but it doesn't matter. Pack's easier. And then start laying it on the top, and then just make sure everything gets a coat of the resin on it, and then pretty much wait a little while after the first layer, and then you can go ahead and throw on your second layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I don't know what happened exactly, but I got the first layer on, but second didn't go so well. The resin started sizzling. I guess I put too much hardener in it or something. And yeah, then it just like instantly hardened. So I got the first layer on for the most part. So I guess I got to get another little pack of resin to be able to actually cut out another piece of fiberglass and put it on. But this is what it looks like right now. I kind of ran out though. This is it so far. You can see the dry spots that didn't really have much resin at all. And I didn't have anything to do this part because I need to fix that as it bends over or bends back. But yeah, so I guess I gotta pause on this, which kind of sucks because I was trying to get that done, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm gonna take a shower because I'm hot, and I guess I'll continue this whenever I end up getting some resin. Hey, what's up, guys? Been a while since that last clip. As you guys know, I left off because I didn't have any resin actually finished, but I got the one layer on, and I'm kind of just saying screw it because I don't want to spend like $25 on a thing of resin when I only need like a small pack. So I went ahead and got some Bondo. So we're just gonna Bondo over this first layer and call it good because I'm tired of seeing this just open fiberglass. Then I can start working on the other parts of the body that definitely need some work, especially this rear part on my bed, and I'll show you why. I don't know if you guys can see too well, but yeah, now you can. This definitely needs some work. It's all like bubbled out. It's not flush with the rest of the body. Don't even know how any of this happened. And I also need to tackle this, which I kind of need a little bit of fiberglass work on that. But I think some Bondo might be able to fill it in and cover it up. And then I need to figure out how to get out some of these dents and stuff like that. And it's been a while, and my tailgate kind of broke. So I also went ahead and did a bumper cut. I do need to take off my spare tire. And then I need to get on this side and just go through it and see whatever little dents and dings that I find. And go ahead and just smooth them out. Throw some Bondo on it like I did this side. I was sanding on this a little bit, trying to get it better. And then I need to work on little things like this. You can see it here. Still need a back window, don't worry about that. And then now I need a new set of fenders because I got into a little fender bender. This fender got pushed in and bent. I bent it back a little bit, but you can see the gap here, and my side marker lights also broke. And then I need a new set of headlights. They work, but can't really see stuff at night. And I'd love to get my steel bumper fixed a little bit if possible. Probably not. New set of wheels, you know, all that stuff. I want to get rid of this bench seat and get a set of buckets and probably put a roll bar in it. But yeah, let me show you what to do with the Bondo, and then we can start putting it on this side right here. Okay, so what you want to do with the Bondo is you want to get it, you know, just your can, something to open it, something to mix it on, and something to mix it with. So what you want to do is you just want to set this up here for now. Pop this lid off, if I can get it off. Get the lid off. Get rid of that. Comes with your hardener. You can set this to the side. You don't really need that. You want to get your can, get something, open it, just like a normal paint can. You just use a flathead. Should open decently easy. Go ahead and get that open. There we go. Set whatever you used out of the way. Oh, I dropped my hardener. But put that off to the side. Pick up your hardener because you're going to need that in a second. Get whatever you're mixing it on, your can. Scoop some out, put it on here, put the hardener on it, mix it. Pretty self-explanatory. I just don't want to get this on myself exactly, but just gonna go ahead and scoop some out. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but just gonna get a decent amount out right now because I gotta Gotta do this whole side. But you don't want to get too much, because you can always, well, you're going to put too much hardener and then it's going to harden too fast. So you just want to get out a decent amount. Didn't really want that on the side. Just going to move this for a second. Always remember to put your top back on. I made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Go ahead and just scrape your scraper off for now. Just hold that, I guess. Open up your hardener. Set the lid down. Now, you got to be very careful with the hardener, because you put too much, it's going to harden way too fast. Put too little, it's going to take a while to harden. But, oh well. You only really need about, that's probably too much, but we're just going to run with it. Always remember to put your lids back on. And I'm screwing it the wrong way, because I'm trying to do it one-handed. There we go. Now you can put that off to the side, and you can start mixing up the Bondo. You want to mix it till the color of whatever hardener you're using is pretty much gone. Just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. Remember, the more hardener you use, the faster it's going to dry. So after you mix it up a decent amount, this should be good. It's fine if you can still see the color. It's not going to be perfect. Get whatever desired amount you want, and you start laying her on here.
Is this what giving up feels like? I don't know, I don't know. Tell me, have I lost my mind? Nowhere to go, so far from home. Is this what giving up feels like? I don't know, I don't know. Tell me, have I lost my mind? So I break these walls and hold my head up high, and I step my ground until the day I die. As the rain falls down, there's no more tears to cry, tears to cry. So I break these walls and hold my head up high. No, I'm not giving in. No, I'm not giving in.
Okay, now if you're decently satisfied with how it is, you just let it sit for like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, or at least till it's hard. And then you want to get whatever sandpaper you're using, like 120 grit, 220, whatever you want to use, really. Sand it down, try to get it flush with the body, and then you're ready to lay some paint on it. But I don't have any primer or anything to put over it, which I would highly recommend doing. And after you sand it down, if there's any imperfections, you can always add a little more Bondo. All up to you, really. But yeah, this is where I am right now. I'm gonna let this sit, and then I'll be back with my sander, and I'll start sanding this down to get it looking better and looking like the other side. I really just wanted to get rid of the big gap of rust that was here, that got rusted through. I'd much rather see this than either a hole or the plain fiberglass. So, gonna let this sit, and then I'll get back to sanding it. Alright, so I went ahead and did some sanding. It's really not the best. I just need to fix this and pretty much this bottom. The top's decent, but I honestly don't feel like sanding it anymore. I don't really care, because the whole truck bed's pretty much screwed, and I need to get a new one anyway. So I'm just gonna clean this off and then put my paint and primer on it that I did on this other side. I also did the bumper cut. I don't know if I showed y'all. I always record these videos late, but gonna spray this on here, and all these imperfections right here that you can see is all where the fiberglass was showing through. So if you don't want that, make sure you don't show any fiberglass. But that truck's beat up anyway, so doesn't really matter. I gotta go through and sand all this eventually, get it painted. Probably just gonna spray paint it like I do everything. But yeah, and then fix little other things like this, which is probably just gonna be some Bondo. Go ahead, sand all this down, at least scuff it up so then I can paint it, fix that. You know, just the little things. But yeah, that's pretty much all you do to actually fix a rust hole or a gap. The proper way would actually just be cut it out, weld a piece of metal in it, grind it down, then put Bondo over it, but I don't have time for that, don't have money, and don't have a welder. So this is the simplest way to do it. So, oh well, it gets the job done. But yeah, it just gets the job done. But you guys know what to do if you guys like the video, or if you guys learned something. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good shit. And I'll be back with something else. I don't know what exactly. Probably more work on this truck. Or maybe one of the Miatas. I don't know yet, really. Time will tell. But yeah, that'll be all. That's how you do that. If you want it to look better, definitely take more time on it. I'm just over it. I don't really care at this point. There's a lot more I got to do to the truck. It's never going to be perfect anyway. In reality, I just get a new bed, but I can't really find them. But yeah, that's it. Take care, guys.